Who are the Georgian Legion? The Georgian Legion, or also known by its official Ukrainian name, the Gruzinsky Nationalny Legion, is a unit of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, comprised mostly of Georgian nationals in Ukrainian service. They were created in 2014, following the Russian annexation of the Ukrainian area of Crimea, as well as the war that broke out in the east of Ukraine in the Donbas against Russian-backed separatists. The Georgians themselves claim to have joined the Ukrainian army to stand up to Russian aggression, something that isn't new to Georgians, considering that in 1992 and again in 2008 they either fought Russian-backed separatists and indeed in the latter conflict against Russian troops themselves during the Abkhazia War and the Russo-Georgian War. The events in Ukraine in 2014 struck a particular chord with many Georgians because the Russians had backed separatists in the east of the country in a bid to break away from Ukraine and potentially in the future join Russia. Now, this was very familiar for many Georgians because the same thing had happened in their country, in the regions of Abkhazia and in South Ossetia, both of whom fought wars against the Georgian government with Russian backing at various points. And actually, the badge of the Georgian Legion serving in Ukraine shows the traditional animal of Georgia, the wolf, on a Ukrainian shield background and with a map of Georgia that includes both the disputed territories of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Now, the Georgians share many things with the Ukrainians, including a shared history in certain respects, as for quite a long time there was a Georgian minority inside Ukraine, something which grew during the Soviet era. And as of 2001, there are around 34,000 Georgians living inside Ukraine. One of them is in fact the ex-president of Georgia, Mikheil Saakashvili, and he has been a great fundraiser for the Georgian Legion, and it's thought that possibly his intervention is why the Legion exists at all. The leader of the Legion is Mamuka Mamulashvili, who has also played an important role in the public image of the Legion back home in Georgia and in Ukraine. Most of the members of the Legion are experienced Georgian soldiers who fought in the 2008 war, as well as others who've done tours in Iraq and in Afghanistan as part of coalition forces there. Now, in 2016, there were around 100 members of the Georgian Legion fighting in eastern Ukraine, 70% of whom were ethnic Georgians, while the remaining 30% were made up of various other nationalities. Because this was, for Ukrainian understanding, a foreign brigade, it also attracted many people from other countries. And we know that at various times recruits have come from the United Kingdom, the United States, Australia, Germany, Greece, Moldova, Azerbaijan, Israel, and Armenia. Now, we know that the Georgian Legion had a role because of their military experience in training other volunteer militias and battalions, including the controversial Azov battalion, whom they trained before their first engagement in Mariupol in the middle of 2014. They've also actively themselves fought largely in a reconnaissance role against separatists in the east of Ukraine in the Donbas region. And they were, for example, involved in one of the battles of the Donetsk airport as well as at Debaltseve. Now, in February 2016, along with various other reforms of the Ukrainian military, they were officially incorporated into the Ukrainian military rather than remaining as a militia volunteer battalion. They were attached to the 54th Mechanized Brigade, although following an incident in early 2018 in which 11 Georgians were injured, they withdrew in January from this Mechanized Brigade because they had disagreements with the leadership, although they were later redeployed to a new brigade and continue to serve there today. Now in 2022, with the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, their expertise may come in very helpful. And from what I can tell, they are currently in a position close to the capital of Kyiv, defending the capital from the Russian attacks coming from the north and indeed from the northeast as well. And this picture was recently shared to social media showing the Georgian Legion out and working with the territorial defense forces and other troops in Ukraine.